Brawl Cinema, I bid ye farewell. What was the deal with calling Kirby sheep? This was a failure in a machinima. Goodbye.
No, did you just get rid of Brawl Cinema? What are you thinking?
Yeah, but I do have an idea for a new machinima called Command.
Oh, cool. Do you have any characters casted yet?
Yeah, those guys.
Did I make any of them?
Yeah, you made 0.
Oh, that's cool. I bet you have a lot of characters to audition for, huh?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to do an overview for all of them and explain the required lines.
I'll help you out.
Okay. This is Sigma. He's an evil villain in pursuit of capturing Mega Man's life gem so that he can raise the level of his mortality. Sigma's voice needs to sound deep, aggressive, and vicious. If you want to audition for Sigma, say these lines.
This is Goku. Goku and his pals entered a mysterious portal and got sent to the futuristic town of Brawl, where Mega Man and his friends reside. Goku's voice needs to sound dim-witted most of the time, like a big, strong lug would be. If you have ever seen Dragon Ball Z, try and match it. If you want to try out for Goku, then say these lines.
This is Krillin. Krillin is one of Goku's closest and oldest friends. He is not too powerful, but has an unlockable potential. Krillin's voice needs to sound a little raspy, like a guy trying to be tough. If you want to audition for Krillin, say these lines.
This is Neku. Well, there's not much to say about this weird kid, other than the fact that he stumbled into a time teleporter and got sent to the town of Brawl. He really doesn't do much there, other than live and try to be cool. Neku needs to sound like a true emo. Enough said. If you want to audition for Neku, then say these lines.
This is Vegeta. Vegeta is Sigma's right-hand man in destruction. He is known as a sort of lackey, although he thinks he is more than that. Vegeta's voice needs to sound always serious and itching for a fight, excessively raspy. If you want to try out for Vegeta, say these lines.
This is Red. Red is a very laid-back type of guy. He doesn't get too worked up about things, but once he gets pushed to his limits, Red's voice needs to sound sort of like a hippie's voice would. If you want to audition for Red, then say these lines.
Here's Professor Chuckity. Professor Chuckity, or as he likes to be called, the Professor, has been teaching Mega Man in the ways of protecting his life gem. I think someone who built Mega Man would want to. The Professor's voice needs to sound like the Brain from Peaky and the Brain. Just Google search it. If you want to try out for Professor Chuckity, then say these lines.
This is the Chief. The Chief is sort of like an assassin, except he fights for good. He works alongside of Mega Man, almost like his bodyguard. The Chief's voice needs to sound almost like a robot, and a little muffled. If you want to try out for the Chief, then say these lines.
This is Cassandra. She is a native of Brawl and has always had a thing for Zero. Little does she know that someone is after her. Cassandra's voice needs to sound like any girl voice out there. If you want to try out for Cassandra, then say these lines.
This is Rex. Rex is one of the Professor's creations who works for him all the time. There is never a moment that Rex is not in the laboratory. Rex's voice needs to sound sort of kiddish, and with a happy tone. If you want to audition for Rex, then say these lines.
This is Fable. Fable is the princess of Brawl and literally owns it. Her father, the king, thinks that she should start to get used to controlling a city because of his age. Fable's voice needs to sound, well, what a princess would sound like. If you want to audition for Fable, then say these lines.
This is the king. The king, in his old age, leaves the town in Fable's hands so that she can get used to ruling the city. The king's voice needs to sound very old and weak. If you want to audition for the king, then say these lines.
This is Zidane. Zidane is the top of the top on the most wanted list in Brawl. He is partners with Squall in criminal activities. Zidane's voice should sound moderate in tone, nothing too special. If you want to audition for Zidane, then say these lines.
Wow, that's a lot of characters. Do you have a deadline for the auditions?
Yeah, I do. It's April 25th. Please send all auditions to sheeeepies@gmail.com. Yes, that's 4 E's. Also, make sure to click the link in the description for more information on the auditions. Thanks!